Close. Clemson's Kelly Bryant spring post-game. If a team is good enough to reach the college football playoff, they most likely have stability at the most important position in the sport, quarterback. Oddly enough, just 4 months removed from last season's playoff, all 4 teams that played on the sport's biggest stage are currently in the middle of significant quarterback competitions. More, Trevor Lawrence, T. Higgins performance highlight takeaways from Clemson's spring game. More, making sense of Clemson's coach's comments after its spring football game. Oklahoma is somewhat of an exception because they lost Heisman Trophy winner Baker Mayfield to graduation and therefore, their quarterback position is wide open. Redshirt junior Kyler Murray and sophomore Austin Kendall will fight all summer for the right to fill the massive shoes left by Mayfield. Outside of Norman, the 3 other teams that competed in last year's playoff, Clemson, Alabama, and Georgia, all have at least 2 players that could start at quarterback either in Week 1 or at some point during the season. The quarterback competitions in Clemson, Tuscaloosa, and Athens will directly affect how the upcoming college football season unfolds. Let's take a closer look at these 3 crucial quarterback battles. Incumbent, Kelly Bryant. Challengers, Trevor Lawrence, Hunter Johnson. Kelly Bryant exceeded expectations in his first year as Clemson's starting quarterback, leading the Tigers to a 12-2 record, a 3rd straight ACC championship and a 3rd consecutive college football playoff. However, his worst performance of the year came in the Tigers' final game of the season, when Bryant recorded just 124 passing yards, no touchdowns and 2 interceptions against Alabama in the Sugar Bowl. Bryant's lackluster playoff debut and his pedestrian 13 passing touchdowns in 14 games have left Clemson fans clamoring for a signal caller that can better activate the elite wide receivers on the Tiger roster. Photo. Clemson quarterbacks Kelly Bryant, 2, left, and Trevor Lawrence, 16, during the team's practice on Wednesday, April 4, 2018 at Clemson's Memorial Stadium. Photo. Bart Boatwright. Staff, freshman, Trevor Lawrence and sophomore Hunter Johnson, both 5-star recruits coming out of high school. Each passed the ball well in Clemson's spring game while Bryant struggled. Bryant is the incumbent and it's his job to lose, but Lawrence and Johnson are each right there, vying for the keys to the Tiger offense. Alabama incumbent, Jalen Hurts. 2. A Tagovailoa. Alabama just won the national championship and still, a quarterback battle is raging in Tuscaloosa. Jalen Hurts led Alabama to the final game, but it was Tua Tagovailoa in his second-half heroics that secured the Crimson Tide its 5th national title in 9 years. Hurts put up respectable numbers all season for Alabama, but he averaged just 18 passing attempts per game. Alabama quarterback Jalen Hurts, 2, scrambles during the A-Day game at Bryant-Denny Stadium on the University of Alabama campus in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. On Saturday, April 21, 2018, photo. Mickey Welsh, advertiser. Hurts is consistent and reliable, but many believe Tagovailoa has a higher ceiling in the passing game. Is Nick Saban willing to bench a junior quarterback who has led his program to 27 wins in 2 seasons? If the second half of the national championship game is any indication, Saban is not only willing but likely to do so in 2018. More, Clemson legend, Seneca native Benny Cunningham dies at age 63. Georgia incumbent, Jake Fromm. Challenger, Justin Fields. Much like Bryant and Hurts, Jake Fromm propelled his Bulldogs to an incredible season in 2018, winning the program's first SEC championship in 12 years and leading Georgia to its first playoff appearance. The difference between Fromm and the other quarterbacks in this conversation is the fact that he accomplished all these feats as a true freshman, which is incredibly impressive. Georgia quarterback Justin Fields looks for an open receiver during the first half of the G-Day inter-squad spring football game Saturday, April 21, 2018, in Athens, Georgia. AP photo, John Bosmore. Photo, The Associated Press. That being said, there were times throughout last season in which Fromm was limited in the passing game by his own coaching staff. Does 5-star freshman quarterback Justin Fields have a higher ceiling than Fromm? Fields is a dual-threat guy who could help pick up the slack in the Bulldog running game with the departures of Sony Michel and Nick Chubb. Fromm's job may be safe for now, but it appears Fields is going to challenge him throughout the summer and the coming season.